Like I say, we've got nearly 450 listed. We are working very hard on getting more, and there is more on the site, which I'm going to show you now. So it's not just about the accommodation, but an extra level of learning. So that's one that we think you should have up all the time, is the accommodation hub. But let's look at our themed webinars now. So another way that we started catering to our agents were putting together themed webinars on topics that were going to help them. So the country catch-up, this is where you'll find the recordings from those regular catch-ups from the destinations that I mentioned. Or if you have that newbie starting, send them to the How and Why to Sell Africa. This is an amazing webinar that we did where we had experts brought in to talk about how and why you would sell this beautiful continent. So what the difference is between Eastern and Southern Africa. I will be adding West Africa and Central, but how to sell it, understanding why, Africa has a commission base, which is so much more substantial than Europe's, where you're looking at a 5% commission rate. Why not look at maybe 15, 20% and get those bookings up? So that's a really great webinar for people to look at, and also gives you a general overview of how to sell the continent. Other themed webinars that we did, my activities week, which is a huge success. Off the back of this, I will actually be launching my activities hub, so watch this space. But let's just say, for example, you're looking for an understanding on how to sell fly camping. That's there. What is walking safaris? I've got clients who want to go wine tasting, so you can have a look at that, or cycling, or hiking Kilimanjaro, or Makoroing, or surfing, or whitewater rafting, or kite surfing. We've tried to make it as inclusive as possible in terms of the different activities that you can access in Africa and the Indian Ocean. Each webinar is about 10 minutes long, and it gives you a good idea of how to sell it and what you need to be prepped for when selling it, and also where you can actually sell it, where you can do it. Other webinars that we've done, how to access Africa if your clients are in a wheelchair. It is possible, and again, we had fantastic experts who themselves are in a wheelchair. Gorilla trekking, this was fabulous. If you've not had the privilege of going gorilla trekking, as I haven't, we also have resources that you can look at in each of these webinars where you might be able to get a deeper dive. So for example, for the gorillas, we've got an overview of the different numbers of population, how much permits are costing, how many people are in a group, just so that you can see in one easy fell swoop what it is that you're selling. We even did a packing list for this one, which I think is this guy. So you can actually see and go back and add to what you're doing and really help you to sell the experience. We did one on the Kaza region, kosher travel in Africa. So if any kosher clients you might have, LGBTQ plus in Africa, knowing that a lot of the countries in Africa are illegal to travel to or illegal to be gay, which is ridiculous, but anyway, opinions aside. That's there for you to look at with a heat map of the confidence that you can sell these destinations with. Itinerary builders as well. So if you are looking for new ways that you can showcase your itineraries, we did a head-to-head for all the different, or a number of different itinerary builders that you might want to look at, including Safari Portal, including Wetu. We've got Vamoose up there, Oasis, Waybird. So a really great way, again, to see if there's any tools in there that you might be missing if you're looking at expanding your businesses. Sustainability and travel. We did an introduction to the Great Migration, as I mentioned. And then this one I also highly recommend if you have a need to expand your product in different areas. Check out all of the different trade shows you might want to access. So we've done a lot. So Our Africa was the online one, Experience Africa in the summer in London, ITB Berlin, WTM Africa, Africa's Eden. I mean, we have tried to include as many as we can where you can dedicatedly go to learn about Africa and Indian Ocean products. So highly recommend that.